In McAllen, Texas, siblings Isabella and Tony Ruiz are required by their teachers to complete weekly online assignments. Like many students throughout the nation, however, Tony and Isabella have no internet access at their home. This means that the Ruiz children are forced to stand on a street corner to access a public Wi-Fi hotspot to complete their weekly online assignments. Now, the Ruiz children are not alone on this problem. This is a thing called the digital divide, and it's facing many people throughout the nation. According to Joanne Good from the Journal of Higher Education, quote, discrepancies in technology use appear when comparing the connectivity of affluent students and poor students. Poor students are less likely to use electronic mail and go online compared to their more affluent peers. So there is a clear digital divide present, and low-income students are suffering from it. Hello, my name is Carter Berry, and today I will outline a plan to combat the digital divide by increasing funding for technology in low-income schools. So first, let's talk about this problem. Technology is involved in all aspects of our lives. Education is not excluded. So if you want an example of this, simply look down at yourself. You are a Communication 301 student, which is a hybrid course. This type of learning could not be possible before the invention and implementation of the internet. Learning online is amazing because it allows people to work at their own pace and their own convenience. However, not everybody has this privilege. A recent Pew Internet and American Life report states that 68% of affluent families have high-speed internet at home, yet only 21% of low-income families enjoy this broadband access. This is a tremendous gap of nearly 50% between the haves and the have-nots. And this means that lower-income students are more reliant on the technology provided in their schools. You would think this would mean, because they have less access at their homes, that they would have more access in the schools to make up for it, right? That's actually the opposite. The opposite is true. In fact, in many areas across the US, the digital divide can be tied to race. Joanne Good reports data from a national study conducted on students of various races. Quote, 85% of classrooms in schools with low concentrations of students of color are connected to the internet. Yet only 64% of classrooms in schools serving high concentrations of students of color are connected. Frankly, this large gap is embarrassing. Every student, regardless of their race or their economic status, deserves access to technology in the classroom. I personally would not want to have to do my homework on a street corner from a broken smartphone. Would you? Let's talk about some solutions that are currently being worked out for this problem. So as we all know, the world is becoming more and more reliant on technology. According to James P. Steyer, a chief executive of Common Sense Media, which is a nonprofit group known for its reviews and age-based ratings of videos, quote, for young people, broadband is like the air we breathe. It's essential for school and future job opportunity, so it is desperately important that we make broadband access affordable for low-income families as well as minorities. So let's talk about some of the current solutions that are being used for this problem. Currently, some schools are relying on school buses that have Wi-Fi enabled onto them. However, they're not providing the hardware that the students need. It's a two-way street. You need both the broadband access, the Wi-Fi, and you also need hardware, which is either a tablet, a computer, or a phone. So all of these kids that are on the buses are still having to provide their own technology, which is not what we want. Another solution being used, again, I use solution lightly, Lifeline is a national phone subsidy program that provides smartphones. However, it doesn't provide broadband access. So you have the opposite of what's happening with the buses. Here you're having technology being provided with these smartphones given out to low-income families. However, they're not given broadband access to their homes, so they still are required to go to public places and use Wi-Fi. We need a long-term solution to end the digital divide in education. I propose that we implement a sales tax. The sales tax would be a 0.05% tax on all computers, tablets, and smartphones sold in the United States. Let's just break this down. Half of 1% would be enough to generate the money required and you're only taking a small sliver from the already boundless, large amazingness, wealthiness of the tech industry. And you're allowing students access to technology in their classrooms so they can learn more about the products and how to use them and apply them. The money raised from this tax would be used to provide broadband, internet access, as well as one-on-one access to either a computer, a tablet, or a smartphone. So again, we have both components here. This tax will effectively level the playing field in terms of access to technology in education for all students. The idea of this tax is that students don't have to provide technology for themselves. Everything is readily available and accessible. Lower income students won't be required to stand on a street corner or ride a school bus for Wi-Fi access to do their online homework. It's 2017, and for siblings Tony and Isabella, this still means they have to complete their online homework by standing on a street corner for access to Wi-Fi. Millions of students don't have broadband access at home, and in order to bridge the digital divide in education, I propose a 0.05% sales tax be raised on all computers, tablets, and smartphones. The money created from this tax will be used to put broadband internet and one-on-one access to internet hardware in the classroom. I believe that no student should go without access to technology, and with the tax I have proposed, no student, regardless of their race or economic status, will have to go without technology. Thank you.